Hey everyone, how's it going? It's me, it's Korzak. Welcome to the video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to beat Magma Dungeon, which is the place you go through at your level 40 job change. I'm showing you how to solo it. I recommend that you get a high level character to come carry you through the dungeon, but if you can't, then I'm going to show you how to solo it. It's very doable and it has a pattern, it just takes a while. So I don't have the main story quest, so I'm going to have to do this side quest from Pablo, get 30 mana converters from monsters in Valid Wreath. So it's a really easy quest and it gets done really quickly. You just have to take care of 30 monsters in Valid Wreath. Well, basically 30 monsters in Valid Wreath. It has a pretty high drop rate per monster. So the reason we're doing this quest to begin with is for the Flame Gate key. You actually need that to enter the dungeon. So this is a very time-consuming dungeon, I gotta say. I'm just gonna cut towards when I have the mana converter quest finished. Okay, my quest is complete, so now I have Flame Gate keys, so now I can actually go into the Magma Dungeon instance. So it's just at the top of the map. It's pretty easy to get here. You can pretty much figure it out by just looking at the map or taking the route that I take. I didn't take the most efficient route or anything, but it will get you there. Magician is one of the harder classes to do this on because you can very easily get one shot by a mechanic. So we go up to the Magma Dungeon and we're going in. You don't actually have to fight any monsters at all whatsoever. You can pretty much ignore it all the way up until the end. So we're just going to go all the way through. If you want to get the magma weapon at level 49, which you can, you don't have to. But it's a pretty powerful weapon. And if you enchant it, it'll last you until like level 55 or 56. A very popular thing to do in the game now, though, is to just make a somewhat decently powerful weapon plus 20. You can use it for a while and then you can just sell it on the market for a few thousand gold or give it to a guildmate and let them use it. It might take about 5 minutes to actually get to the boss, and there's only one enemy we actually have to take out here. So if you're actually playing the same class as me, what you can do is you can turn off chain combo, and this will give you a faster X attack that actually does slightly higher damage as well. The problem is you then can't use your Z attack at all or anything, so it's going to make it harder for taking out monsters, but it will make it easier for dealing with bosses. And realistically, you want Lavalon to go as easily as possible. So the problem with doing this as a wizard, or just a mage class in general, is we have very low defense. And if you have under 5,000 HP like I do, you are really risking getting hit by a meteor and losing all your progress and needing to do it all over again. As long as you don't get hit by a meteor, you'll be okay. But the problem is one can just very easily fall on top of you when you're not looking. I've never really had the problem for where I've just gotten wiped out automatically by one, but I have seen it happen to other people. So just kind of watch what I do in the dungeon and we'll get you through it. But you gotta be careful and pay attention. I am going to go over Lavalon's patterns and all that good stuff. Because once you get into the rhythm of it, he does have a pattern that's pretty easy to deal with. We're about halfway through this right now, we're almost there. You want to try to come into this place as a level 40 so you can still have the dragon buff that you get from being on channel 1. That'll give you a large HP boost, which will make it significantly easier for you to survive Lavalon. If you're over level 40 like I am right now, you won't have that buff, and that actually makes it harder to do the boss because you won't have that free HP boost. So you might want to keep that in mind. Okay, we're very close. We're pretty much in the last stretch now, really. This is also where having phoenix feathers comes in handy. I actually don't personally have any because I've used them before on this character. That's when you could also buy an Easter egg or two on the market for like 50 gold. That may sound like a lot, but some gold farming will get it for you quick enough. You can sell like 2 stacks of souls with the silver coins that you probably have, and if you watch my leveling guide, then you should have some eternal coins as well. So it should be very easy to pick up an Easter egg or two by just selling a couple stacks of souls or purification stones. Okay, here's the one guy we actually have to take out. He will drop. Okay, it was cut off, so I'll just show you in my inventory. He will drop us the Lavalon seal remover key, and this is what you need to actually get in here. Okay, so if you're doing this by yourself, it's going to be a long fight. It might take you like 10-15 minutes because this guy has like 7 million hit points. So go to the bathroom, drink some water, do what you got to do, come back here, and be prepared for this because you're going to be in here for a little while. I'm actually not as prepared as I should be because I have no way to res myself if I get hit by a meteor. So you really got to be careful and have some way to res yourself, whether it's a phoenix feather from doing your training earlier or if it's just by buying an Easter egg off of the market. I do have a slight advantage though because I'm already job changed. I do have my log ability, which is good as this class, but you'll also have your advantage of having higher HP as long as you're level 40 and you're still on channel 1. So we need to beat these monsters. They'll drop mana bullets for us. That right there. The drop rate on these items is significantly higher than it used to be, so it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so you just go over to the magic can and you hold down Z. Hopefully you don't get interrupted by a monster like that. Always stay at full health, you really don't want to risk it. Okay. Now we're going to fill this up. I wasted my last shot. Okay, so you're going to see me use my X attack on this guy, and it's practically useless. Each hit only actually does like 100 damage per. This is a very long fight, and as a monk it's basically undoable. As soon as you finish him after his down, he will always shoot fire to the right. And there are usually going to be meteors falling randomly throughout the arena, as you can see. His fire blast is always telemarketed. You'll see it go to the left, the right, or the center. This is really all he does. You just avoid the fire and avoid the meteors, as you can see, and you just repeat this for as long as it takes to actually finish the fight. I really don't recommend you do it as this class. It's just going to take you way too long, so don't do it to yourself and just ask for a carry in trade chat. If you're a class that actually has abilities, like a bandit or an infiltrator, do it, because it's actually feasible. That is really all I can say. You just do this 50 times.